Item number: YOS-310. Object class: Euclid. Containment procedures: the area, designated as Containment Area B1, is to be blocked by approaching civilians. Anyone who tries to reside in the area is to be halted and remind them to stay away from the area. Once a week, YOS-310 is to be checked out outside the interior of the area, and any activity shown from YOS-310 is to be reported immediately. No one is to make contact with YOS-310 for more than 15 minutes. The timing must be acquired by test subjects, D-class personnel, and researchers. When the timing reaches its endpoint, personnel are to leave the area no more than 3 minutes. If a subject remains in the interior with YOS-310 for more than 3 minutes, the exterior must be protected at all times until the activation of YOS-310 reaches its end. Personnel are requested to not be within YOS-310's proximity until its activation ends, or personnel are to be terminated when YOS-310's activation becomes strong. Once the activation ends, personnel who survived have to evacuate and must be sent to a mental watchover facility near Containment Area B1, and personnel who didn't survive must have their remains incinerated within a furnace in the mental watchover facility. Description: YOS-310, in appearance, is a presumed humanoid entity made up of gaseous matter. Its appearance appears to be shadowed, and is constantly ejecting some sort of darkened gas that doesn't seem to affect the subject within close proximity. YOS-310 appears to be hostile towards any human subject it comes into contact with. If the subject reaches its target, it will release a huge cloud of black smoke that spreads on a 2-mile radius that is meant to cover up its attack. Due to its darkness, human beings cannot see the attack it's doing to the victim, and on rare occasions, can suffer mild blindness. When the smoke clears, the subject will be inert, and die within 2 minutes. YOS-310 will then enter a dormant state that is timed between 4 to 13 hours. Randomly, YOS-310 is capable of changing its shape and taking the form of any human being, although it is always unaware what human being it is taking the form of. Its most common form is a Caucasian human female, probably 25 years of age, and wears a suit that is mostly worn when going to a beach, colored into a dark shade of blue, and possesses dark brown long hair, sometimes black. YOS-310, when it took the form of the woman, begins acting like a normal human, and will act like one in the beach, specifically Containment Area B1 it currently resides in. If it comes into contact with a human subject, it will try to convince the subject to hang out with it. If successful, it will let the subject hang out with it for more than 15 minutes. After the limit of time is reached, it will change back to its original form, and terminate the subject while releasing a large cloud of black smoke in order to prevent other humans from viewing or protecting the victim within its proximity. YOS-310 will repeat this process by entering a dormant state for 4 to 13 hours. And then take the form of the woman once again until finding another human. When YOS-310 takes this form, it can speak in clear complete sentences, identified as English, in a feminine tone, although it is incapable of speech when in its original form. See Addendum 310-2. YOS-310 has not been observed taking other forms other than a beach woman, almost like it prefers taking the form of a woman, because human males will be easier to control, and females will most likely hang out with it.
Note: it seems that the subject are not trying to deny YOS-310's request. There could be a possibility that the anomaly takes over the brain of the subjects and force them to hang out with it. I would recommend that we not gain contact with YOS-310 constantly, and it must be fed once every 5 days.
Addendum 310-1. YOS-310 was discovered when people mysteriously disappeared in a specific beach. MTF Unit 68 went to investigate, until they found an empty beach with a shadow-type figure inhabiting it. When they saw it, they immediately called the containment team and secured it. They surrounded the beach originally with a barbed wire fence, but was immediately replaced with an airtight steel wall. See Incident 310. Addendum 310-2. Dr. went into the area and was requested to try to talk to YOS-310 and leave within 15 minutes.
Hello YOS-310.
Whoa, where did you get that name?
We don't know your actual name, so we came up with it.
Well, I don't like that. Call me Jessica.
Okay Jessica. I have a few questions for you.
Ask me whatever you like.
We saw you turn into a shadowy figure and we assume that you kill people, is that true?
I don't know what you're talking about, sweetie.
Giggles softly.
I just greet them with a hug, that's all.
But when the smoke cleared, the person was torn to bits, and didn't seem to show any movement.
I guess you can say I got a little carried away.
Giggles softly again.
I guess I have anger problems.
Yeah, I guess you can say that, but you do seem hostile when you approach them, but I won't question it any further.
I just need to check my emotions.
Well, I got to go now. Thanks for bringing me here.
Alright, bye.
Closing statement. Doctor returned back to the exterior without incident, and managed to get out in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. It seems that YOS-310 was grateful that it allowed Dr. to leave, and was not controlling him when they communicated. Incident 310. AD Class 8705, went in the area and interacted with YOS-310 for more than 15 minutes. The subject then changed its form and attacked the D class. The large cloud of black smoke covered everything within a 2-mile radius. This smoke caused mild blindness to personnel nearby, and most of the civilians nearby in a close city. After the D class was terminated, the fence was replaced with an airtight steel wall that surrounds the beach to hopefully block the smoke from spreading, except for the back of the beach that reaches the ocean. It is unknown if the smoke affects marine animals as well. Addendum 310-3. Dr. Derek requested that YOS-310 will need to interact with other passive YOS anomalies, like YOS-1163, YOS-432, YOS-1442, and YOS-2097, but this was denied.